So we are going to compare the Snapchat camera app, the WhatsApp camera app, the stock camera app and the Instagram camera app, and look which one does the best. You've heard me right. I've compared the WhatsApp, the Snapchat, the Instagram camera apps and compared them with the stock camera app on the Galaxy S21 Ultra. Firstly, we will start with photos taken at daytime and then we will go over to the videos at daytime. After that it will get interesting with photography and videography because there we will see the most differences. So when comparing outdoor shots we have to look at the HDR, look at the sky, bright areas, and there we will see that Instagram can manage that quite well. In a lot of pictures you will notice that Instagram and WhatsApp will manage the HDR quite the same. That's probably because they're both from Facebook. I've also noticed that WhatsApp images look a bit more brown. Look at the sand. Here we have a challenging red tunnel. Look at the HDR and the leaves when you look through the tunnel. Again, HDR and green tones. When it comes to daylight, every smartphone nearly does well, so I'm really excited when it will get dark with night photos. Here you can look again at some shadows or something, make your own opinion. But now let me present you the ultimate HDR test. The tree. Here you can see again that Instagram and WhatsApp are quite the same in terms of HDR, but will these both also look identical at night? We'll have to see. It looks like in terms of HDR, the Galaxy S21 Ultra, the stock camera app, does the best so far. So here we can see that Instagram and WhatsApp don't look the same. I think Instagram and Snapchat look the best here. The other ones are all quite green. But okay, let's actually jump to the video comparison and wow, I have a surprise for you. So I was interested in what happens if you zoom in and wow, look at the stock camera app here. That just looks horrible. I took a 4K 60 FPS video because it doesn't switch the lens with that mode, and I also did a screen recording so to prove it and looks horrible. So normally you shoot in 4K or Full HD with 30 frames and then it also switched the lenses to the 3x lens and it looks way better. By the way, I would never recommend 4K 60 FPS, especially at night. The best setting is Full HD 30 FPS. After a lot of testing, that's really the best setting. I mean, Full HD is enough, you don't want a big file size, and 30 FPS gives you a solid result at night. And also this mode is better supported from Samsung. It gives you the best noise reduction, but that's maybe a topic for another video. So let's continue with the video comparison. So look at the shadows again. I've noticed that videos taken from the social media apps are often more contrasty and crush the shadows, doesn't look that nice. We will see that more at night. Here look at Snapchat. Different color. Usually we see that from WhatsApp, but now it's on Snapchat. Also, we can't forget the selfie camera. So here on the stock camera app, it's recording in 4K 30 FPS. All other shots are in Full HD 30 FPS, but now it's in 4K 30. And now without me. Snapchat and Instagram look kind of the same. All videos are really compressed. I can't change that, but we're here for the HDR, the exposure, the shadows and that stuff, and not for the resolution. So I'm so excited. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here comes night photography. So first example, look at Snapchat. The details in the background are just washed out. And here, to be honest, surprise, not that much of a difference. And now look at the sky. Only the Samsung stock camera app could handle it here, right? Impressive. But okay, quick pause. I have to tell you something about Snapchat and Instagram. Without this information, this video would be kinda useless. So if you use a filter, like you would do 90% of the time, then there won't be any processing. So the photo will just look horrible. In the normal main mode, everything works fine, but with filters turned on, the photo will just look horrible, just kinda stupid. the same goes for Instagram. But okay, next example. I like Instagram colors the most, but Snapchat just crushed the shadows and the details are gone. So slowly it's getting darker and darker, and over the time of the video you will notice that the social media apps lack of saturation. So this one was again quite interesting. Look at Snapchat, there are these lines and only the camera app, the stock camera app, could manage the HDR. It is still getting darker. At this point WhatsApp just lost all of the saturation. But now the extreme darkness. The stock camera app is the brightest, Instagram is quite balanced, WhatsApp has focus problems, and on Snapchat there again these lines and details are just gone again. Remember the red tunnel of the daylight section? Now at night. And WhatsApp is again the darkest here. But okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the most interesting and also sad video part. Videography. Here you see that all of the social media apps are oversaturated and look horrible. Here again they look all the same except the stock camera app, just a huge difference. WhatsApp is the darkest here again, but also with less noise, but just look at the stock camera app. Okay, now we have a more true to life example, so moving the camera, again huge differences. And here we go again, the good old selfie camera, but now in extreme darkness. You can't see that much, let me go to a brighter light source. Better? Maybe a little bit. The stock camera app does the best here, but it's maybe a little bit too green. But wow, okay, I think we covered all the areas and we are ready for the conclusion. So first, daytime. Snapchat is often messing up the HDR. White areas will often stay white with no detail. Instagram and so WhatsApp can manage the HDR quite well. And of course the stock camera app is the best. I mean, doing daytime you can't really say that much. Every camera or every camera app will give you a solid result. But okay, let's sum up the video part. Social media apps have all like the same approach. Dark areas get more easily crushed to like a black. They just have too much contrast. And if you take a video with a selfie camera, you will notice again that the videos are more contrasty and maybe a bit more saturated here and there. But now night photography and videography. You will again notice that the stock camera app is better in terms of HDR. Snapchat tends to do too much noise reduction, so detail gets easily lost. When taking a photo at night with WhatsApp, it often tends to undersaturate. But still, taking photos with social media apps is quite okay, it's solid. But please not with a filter on. If you want a quality picture of maybe a building at night or something, don't use a filter. It will look horrible. But okay, taking videos with social media apps is the worst. It just hurts my eyes. There's not much to say. They look all kind of the same, just horrible, oversaturated, yellow, and you can see it yourself. Taking videos with the selfie camera at night is the same, just too contrasty and awful. I mean, it looks like there's just one software or something and all the social media apps are accessing this software to open the camera or something. I don't know if the software is from Samsung or Google, but hopefully they can improve it. I don't want it to be like the stock camera app. I just want that they can improve it, especially with the contrast and the noise. It just looks like there's so much room for improvements. But hopefully you enjoyed this awesome comparison. Just please leave a like because it was a lot of work, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.